DXB Today, live on Dubai One TV. Great to have you yet again. Hope you're enjoying the show this evening. Aviation, if you haven't been watching, that's our big focus this evening in all its different guises. And our next guest is helping travellers truly upgrade their flying experience. Please welcome the Vice President of Jetex. It is Oleg Kafarov, who's alongside us at the moment. Oleg, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much indeed for being with us. We've spoken to our other guests about how aviation's in a special time at the moment. It's in a unique time. And one thing that I've really noticed, especially since COVID, is just the acceleration, the boom of private jet travel, private jets and private travel at the moment. Is that something that the industry is capitalizing on at present?
You're absolutely correct, and I'm very pleased that Dubai is evolving and emerging as the private aviation hub of the world, together with Paris, New York and Singapore. Just to give you an example, in 2019, Dubai welcomed just under 4,000 private jet flights in a year. Last year, in 2024, we had more than 18,000, which means that the industry has increased in Dubai by almost 500%, and you have almost 100,000 travelers arriving to Dubai by private jet.
That is extraordinary numbers.
Let's quickly talk sustainability for a little bit. I mean, you have the likes of, say, Coldplay saying that they're going to take commercial flights because they want to talk about sustainability. But how is companies like Jetex embracing eco-friendly practices?
We do indeed feel the responsibility, and we know that we're being scrutinized for that, because when you fly private, your carbon footprint is almost 20 times higher than when you fly commercial and first or business class. With this in mind, we are going to offer electric aircraft in the next 5 years. In the first phase, those electric aircraft will actually be short-haul flights, let's say from Dubai or Abu Dhabi to Muscat or Doha, regional flights within the GCC. We also were the first company to offer sustainable aviation fuel just in time for COP28 last year. And I'm very pleased to say that the demand currently for sustainable aviation fuel is much higher than the supply. This is our current challenge. We're working on resolving it, but it shows that the industry is committed to reducing its carbon footprint in line with IATA's commitment of zero carbon footprint by 2050.
Jetex is such an extraordinary brand, is the Prada of aviation, and you are in Dubai, a lot of places. What are the next steps that you see as a hotspots for you to grow?
I would say the next hotspot within GCC is indeed the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We announced our first private jet terminal there on Red Sea. We're looking at other gateways within the kingdom. Number two, I would say following it, are destinations across Africa, because thanks to Dubai's geographic position, we're at the crossroads of the two regions, and those are two major regions. And last but not least is Asia Pacific, where we're already having presence in Singapore, and we're looking to grow that presence.
And looking at the advancement of technology, how do you see that playing a big role in transforming the private aviation sector in terms of logistics and service?
In terms of logistics and service, we are indeed exploring further automation and artificial intelligence. However, I would say, since we're in the ultra-luxury segment, we are looking at it more at the back house. So when it comes to flight support or trip planning or routes, in ultra-luxury we still understand that the personalization and the emotion is something what counts for our passengers, and this is something what they appreciate. With this in mind, we do have sophisticated CRM systems to know the preferences of the passengers, but at the same time, we'll love to surprise and delight them, and this is something only a human can do.
We've just been seeing images of your terminal here in Dubai, the Jetex terminal, which I've had the privilege to be around. It's an absolute stunning venue, and one I'm sure that you are very proud of. Do you see more of those popping up in different hubs around the world?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, our latest opening in Abu Dhabi, in the capital of the United Arab Emirates at Al Bateen Airport, has proven a great success, and we're very pleased to be there. We also look at expanding our presence within the country, hopefully in Ras Al Khaimah, and also in other parts of the world, basically taking the Dubai-grown brand global.
Quick question for you about the sort of the image of private jet travel. A lot of people go, oh, right, private jet, high net worth individuals coming to town, millionaires, billionaires, those with a lot of money. Yes, of course, they are customers of yours. But what about the sort of opening up of private jet travel and letting other people know that private jet travel doesn't have to be as expensive as you expected. Is that something, is the education continuing on that to bring more people in to use it?
Oh yes, you're absolutely correct. In fact, the pandemic has helped us a great deal, because in the past, before 2020, a lot of passengers, potential passengers, thought private jets are too expensive. We wouldn't even explore that opportunity. During 2020-2021, we educated the market about the value of private aviation, is that it's not prohibitively expensive. And if you are considering to fly with your family or your group of friends, it can actually be better value than first class.
Yeah, quite right.
Oleg, I want to quickly go back to what you were telling Metha earlier on about luxury and travel. And what we mentioned earlier is people's expectations, especially here in Dubai, just keep getting higher and higher. How are you reimagining this end-to-end experience for people? What are we supposed to expect from Jetex in the future?
Well, I would say that the benchmark is always getting higher and higher, as you rightly said. We had quite interesting requests from our loyal passengers in the past. To give you one example, we had arranged a wedding in the sky.
Oh, wow.
We did fly pets in the sky. We did arrange dinners in the sky. So this is something we see demand coming forward, and we expect to fulfill more requests as long as they comply with safety regulations.
Of course.
I have to ask you about if you are already using. That's my curiosity. If you're already using AI, if you think that you're going to use it, especially in terms of customer experience or predictive analytics data.
I would say we use AI in flight support very much. Okay. So whenever we do a trip plan, whenever we check the winds, check the fuel uplift, this is somewhere where AI is very, very useful. In terms of customer experience, of course, we have a sophisticated CRM system. However, we do like to personalize, to take an extra step. And this is something, at this stage, I don't expect AI to help us with.
I'm also curious because earlier we were talking about training and about captains in the sky, that there's a shortage and such. Is there a special training that people have to go for to become captains of private aviation?
Oh yes, indeed. They have a very, very detailed, very long process, I would say, to become captains and to work in private aviation, because their requirements are as high as in commercial aviation. And I'm not an expert, since we don't do in-house training for captains, but I know it's a lengthy process.
Oh, look, just one for the future as well. And we were talking, you would have heard us talking a little earlier on about sort of demand for pilots around the world, the demand for planes around the world. Aviation just seems to be trekking one way at the moment, and so does private aviation as well. One would assume there's enough room in the skies. Is there enough room on the grounds? Because at the moment, private jets, the majority of the world, are sharing runways with commercial jets as well. Are we going to get to a point that you need sort of dedicated private aviation terminals and airports, or at the moment is the capacity okay?
You're absolutely right, and in fact, if we talk about Dubai International Airport, it's obviously running very close to its maximum capacity. That's why we operate most of our flights from Al Maktoum International Airport. And in the future, we are going to invest in a bigger facility there, in more space to accommodate our passengers and obviously the growing demand. And in Europe, in other parts of the world, there are airports which are completely dedicated to private aviation.
Yeah, and the Jetex Cybertruck still going well. I know that they're talk of the town up at Dubai World Central. Yes, right.
Yes, they are. They're very popular among our passengers, along with Rolls-Royces.
Well, Oleg, I can't thank you enough. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for giving up time. I know it's a busy time of year for you at the moment, so I really appreciate your time. Thanks for giving us an insight into all things Jetex, and all the best for the future. It's been great having you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And well, our guest co-host as well. We can't thank you enough. Double F, thank you for being with us. All the best with the forthcoming next summits in Europe. Is that right?
Next summit is Europe in Brussels on October, and then we'll be back to Middle East for the Arab Aviation Summit in February next year.
Looking forward.
See you there.
We will get
everybody
you in well before that. Federica, thanks so much for being with us. Big thanks to our special guests. We'll let them get to the green room, and they'll probably talk all things aviation. We, though, however, are going to play out with a bit of live music, live from Pizza Express. That's coming up next.
Hey, it's Junior Brown. Don't forget to catch me at the end of the show as I sing Lose Control by Titty Swims. I choose this song because, first of all, it's vocally rich, it's soulful, and a lot of people know it. And every time I'm in a gig, I'm in a show, they also always request it. So I took the courage to learn the Titty Swims songs. It's a difficult song to sing, but yeah, it's fun.